Hello everyone. In this video, I'm going to demonstrate how to create a custom validator. In previous video, we have discussed about how to create a form validation with showing a custom error message, right? This is a continuation of previous video. If you are not watched, please go back and watch that video. Okay, let's get started. So what I'm going to do actually, if you look at we have name field. If we didn't enter it, showing as name is required, right? Now what I'm going to do it, if the user enters any value in this particular field with or letter, I want to throw a warning message. The particular field should not contain this or letter. So that is what I'm going to do it. So don't think about right now logic, because I just want showcasing purpose or just want to demonstrate purpose. I'm just use this scenario. In case if a real-time experience, it may have different scenarios. We have to write a different custom validator. So it's depend on the situation and it depends on the real-time requirement, right? Now here is I just want to demonstrate how we can create a custom validator. That's my main intention. So don't think about the scenario. Just focus on how we can create a custom validator. Okay, let's get started. So first what I'm going to do it, go to our app folder, create one more new folder as a shared folder. I'm going to create a shared folder. In the shared folder, I'm going to create one more file as a custom name validator dot directive.ts. okay, so I've given some name for this one. I'm going to create a class, export class with custom name validator. Okay, now I have to say this as a directive, so I have to create a decorator for that. Okay, so I have to create a directive, just give it, and it's if we should import a directive package or namespace, we can see it. So now I have uploaded that particular package. Now this directive has a main things. So I'm going to use a selector first. This selector is nothing but this is name what we are going to use in our HTML page. Okay, so I'm going to give it this actually string data type, so I'm just giving it. So I'm giving us a this way. So what I'm going to just I will give right now custom name validator. Okay, so now after that I'm going to write a providers. This providers, it's useful for dependency injection. Okay, so I will explain the dependency injection in later video section. Just right now we focus it. So now this provider has a three property. We should set it. One is a provide. What is a provide? So what I'm going to do this provide. So I'm going to use ng validator. This constant I'm using it. So this will inject. Okay, this injection method it will call it. Okay, so I'm going to use this as a validator right now, ng validator. Later, I'm going to use a class. What class I'm going to use it? What is my class definition, right? So I'm going to use class. What class I'm going to use for this purpose? So I'm going to use a custom name validator. So I use this class. Custom name validator. Next, I'm setting as a multiple equal true. This why we should as a multiple equal true mean this allows us multiple provides pick across many files. If you want to use this validator across many files, you can use a multiple equal true. So I'm just using as a true. Okay, so if you want more definitions, if you see it when you've given a colon, so not here, let me do one thing. Let's remove it here. Let's go to multiple. Now you can see that what is the definition that you can go and read it. Okay, now what I'm going to do, just I'm setting as a multiple equal to true. Okay, so I have done it. After I done it, So what I'm going to do, this particular class should implement an interface called as a validator. Okay, this is a validator. This particular method, this particular class implements from the validator interface. This particular interface as a method called as a validate. That I'm going to implement validate. This, if you look this validate method, right? Let's go here. You're able to see that it takes a parameter called as a abstract control type, and its return type should be a this type. It should be a validation errors. You're able to see, right, what is the definition here. So same way I'm going to use it. So what I'm going to do, control, and the type of this one, it's an abstract control. Abstract control. You may ask, what is the abstract control? Abstract control is a base of the all the form control, form group, and form array. It's basically when you are creating any directive or any kind of validation, you are going to use the inside of form only, right? So you may use it in form control or form group or form array, right? So you know what is a form control. Form control is nothing but each and every element in the form you can call as a form control, and form groups nothing but group of control is a form control. Form array is nothing but it's a dynamic way we can create our form controls. Okay, so form array we will cover up in the later video sessions. When we create a dynamic things, we will cover that one. Okay, now you focus on what is abstract control. Is a base class of the all these three types. Okay, so then what is a type? It should be a validation errors. Okay, now, so what I'm going to do right now, so when the user enters, we should capture the particular field value. How we can capture that? This control, if you look at it, it has a value property. It has the all the form control, what are the values that everything it contains. So I'm just taking a value of that. Okay, now what I'm going to do it, I'm put a let input value, for example, if input value this one. So what I'm going to do it here, first I'm going to check it, if input value as a value, then you come, otherwise just return a null. Okay, if input value is as a value, okay, and I'm going to check one more condition inside that, if input value includes, if includes a letter called or, okay, if they includes letter or, then I want to throw a custom error. So how can I throw custom error? Return, you just have to use the object type and give it what is your error you are going to send it. I'm going to say custom name. Okay, or you can give it as custom name only, and you can give any name over there, and you should set true or false. Actually, when you're returning an error, you should set always true. So it is a true. Now you may wonder how it's accepting two return type. You will see this is an object and it's returning a null type. If you'll go on this validation error, right, if you'll go to here, this can accept a key or string, and it can accept this type is any, it can accept any. That's the reason accepting it. Okay, let's go back again to our user component.html. Go here, sorry, let me go to the directive first. So we have done our implementation as of now. Let's first, what I do, I have created directory. I have to tell to my Angular application, I have to register this one. So how to register it? What you have to do, you have to go to app module.ts. In the declaration section, you have to use it. Just import that particular path as well. Once you've done it, so we have done it. Now what you have to do, I want to use this one to my control or form control. How to use it? Just go to our thing, go to our file, take this selector, come to user component.html. In the name field, form control, just use this one. Okay, now let's get save. It's got built. Let's go to our application. Now let me go to a console. Now what I will do it, let me enter some values for example test. Now it's fine. Let's remove it. Name is required comes. Let me add a value with this one. Now what I'm going to do it, I'm just going to lock it. Just lock it. Let me go to any form. Let me go to the controls. Let me go to your name, and it was showing as a valid. Okay, so let's go and check our logic. So let's check it, what could be issue. Let me refresh it one more time. Let me give any value here. Let me lock it. Let me go to console. Go to controls, name, it's a valid. Let me go to a source, webpack, go to source, app, shared, custom.me. So here only. Now let me give us a different name. So it was hitting here our method. Now let's go to here, input value is empty and say return a null. Fine. Okay, now let me give any name, my name with our test. Now we are able to see that validations works, but what happened, we didn't show a different message. So what we will do it, let's go to our user component HTML. So here span tag we written for only required, right? Now let's make it ngif errors dot, what is our error message we are sending back? It's a custom name, right? Take it, that one comes to our HTML page, just show here. Name should not contain letter or. Okay, let's refresh it. Now touch it here, name is required. Let me give this one, it's throwing a different error. So this is what I want to demonstrate. So what we learned actually from here, so how to create a custom validator. First what you have to create a directive that class should implement from the validator method, it's validator interface, and it should, we have to write our whole logic inside a validate method. So this is what I want to demonstrate. This is only way, this is a way we can create a custom validator in the Angular. Okay, and the main thing you don't forget, when you create any directive or any component, it's manually you have to import from, you have to import to the app module.ts. In case by using CLI, if you're creating, the CLI automatically will take care, and CLI automatically will insert that particular component or directive or service inside the declaration. Okay, and next video we will focus on how to set a value when the form is loading. Right now if you look at our application, when the form is first time loading it, we are able to see that empty value. So what is our intention next time? When we are loading first time, we have to set some default value for this particular name, username, gender, as well as our location. Okay, how we can set up it, that we look into the next video session. Okay, thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe my channel to get more videos on it. Okay, thank you.